MotorWeek is made possible by TireRack.com, RockAuto.com, and State Farm.
Lots of folks like to take their daily driver and experience a track day now and again. Well, here to give us some pointers on what you should be doing to prep it, we have Rick Robinson from American High Performance in Lorton, Virginia. Rick, welcome back to Goss's Garage.
Thank you, Pat.
All right, what are some of the things that we should do if we want to experience a track?
Well, the first thing to think about is safety. You don't want all the kids' toys floating around in the back seat while you're out there on the track. If we have what we call an off-track excursion, they become missiles flying around in the cockpit.
Good point.
You want a fire extinguisher in there in case you happen to have a fire. So think about safety. And then the primary thing in road racing is suspension and brakes. Powers are nice to have. Suspension and brakes is what's going to really win the race for you and allow you to get through those turns as fast as possible. The stock suspension that most cars come with, this is the example of what was in this car. It's a coilover style of suspension, but it's fixed geometry. And it's optimized for driving around on the road, not for a track. An adjustable coilover suspension like we put in this car allows you to adjust not only the spring rate by compressing the spring a little further, but also raise and lower the car. Center of gravity is important to handling on a track. Get it as low as you can. But then the coilover allows you to raise it back up for driving around on the street.
Okay. What about sway bars?
Sway bars help stiffen the roll rate in a car. You've seen older cars, as they go through a turn, they're leaning way over. That's not advantageous to grip on the tires. We want to keep that weight distributed on all four tires as much as we can, and a big heavy roll bar like that is going to help keep the car level.
Now here we have a tower brace on this Mustang GT350. Beneficial?
Absolutely. Stiffness in the body of a car is important as well. If the body's twisting, it's changing the geometry of the suspension, so we want to stop that as much as we can. This ties the two strut towers together and helps stiffen the front end up a lot.
All right. Now, much of this does not apply to drag racing. That's a whole different
animal. People like us to come ask us if I can set up a car for both, and the answer is no. Drag race car is all about traction on the rear tires, so I need weight transfer to the rear. So a very low shock rate on the back to get it to squat, a very low extension rate on the front so that I get the front end to rise and get the weight back to the back. Weight distribution in the car is also different for a drag race car. Again, trying to get weight to the rear, not optimally distributed through the car.
Okay. Rick, thank you. And if you have a question or a comment, how about dropping me a line right here at MotorWeek?